Okay, so we know we're adding these apostrophes and these S's. Why? Maddie?
It's an ownership and there's a singular noun and a plural noun.
Okay, so Maddie said this key word, this ownership. So possessive nouns tell us what? Brody?
Somebody owns it. A type of noun that owns something. Somebody
Mhm.
owns it.
So they show who or what
Something.
belongs to you, right? So I want you to go ahead and get out your math whiteboards. So take your whiteboards from your side. You're going to need your marker and your eraser. We're going to do some practice. Aiden, you want to grab your board? So use the blank side. We're not doing math. No.
What side? What side?
You can use the blank side.
That side.
Why are we using your math board?
So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. This game's going to be called Showdown. Allison, I need you to sit down. We're going to play a little game. So I'm going to have some sentences on the board. What day is it? We all know what day it is. Well, what holiday is it? St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to have some St. Patrick's Day themed sentences. And we're going to be working with some possessive nouns. So what I want you to do is we're going to see a sentence appear on the board. You're going to have two options. I want you to write the word that you think is the correct form of the possessive noun.
I get it.
Okay? Emerson, what do you not understand?
The last part of the sentence.
Do we have to write the sentence?
You do not have to write the sentence, just the word. But there's a catch. I want you to keep your whiteboard on your table until I say the words showdown. When I say showdown, I want you to raise them up. All right? Just like that, Emerson. Just like that.
And
Alex.
before you move upside down when you write it down.
You can put it upside down, definitely, but do not raise that whiteboard until I say showdown, okay? And then I want them up. Then I'm going to check, and we're going to talk about why you chose which word you wrote down on your whiteboard. So, are we ready?
Yeah.
Markers in the hands?
Nope.
All right. So, who wants to read my sentence for me? Austin, just read it. You can say this is blank.
The blank cat was challenging and stood tall on top of his head.
So we're going to look at our noun, our possessive noun, and you're going to write down which form, based on the sentence, is the correct form. Once you have it, write it on your whiteboard, and then I'm going to ask you to show it, but wait until I say that special
Wait, I
word.
can't see.
Yep, keep it down, Emerson. So you're choosing one of these two words to be written on your whiteboard.
I'm not showing it yet.
I'm not ready.
Wait for when you're ready, you'll have your pencil down, your eyes are kind of clear.
Why are you raising my hand?
Yeah, ready?
You own something when you don't own something. Where do you put the...
What's your question, Maddie?
When you own something, you put it inside.
Okay, thank you.
So, well, we know that a possessive
Well, what if
noun
it's a
is
plural?
always
Well,
going
if
to
it's a
tell-
plural, then you put it.
We know that a possessive noun is always going to tell us who or what something belongs to. So, Maddie, we know that whenever we've got a possessive noun, that it's going to be talking about something that somebody
Wait, the
owns or possesses.
singular goes inside.
So when we have a singular noun,
Because the singular
remember from
hat.
yesterday.
Singular,
What do I add to my noun when I have a singular noun?
add
Annabelle?
Singular.
So for example, what is our noun in this sentence? What is the leprechaun owning?
Hat.
A hat. So the leprechaun is the who, right? The leprechaun is the noun, the person, place, or thing. And who or what are they owning?
The hat.
The hat.
The daddy.
So,
Can we show?
in a singular noun,
No, she
what are
didn't
we
say
going to
show
add
yet.
to the end? To make it possessive.
S apostrophe. Apostrophe S.
S apostrophe or apostrophe S?
Apostrophe S.
Why?
Apostrophe S. Because it's singular.
Yes, Kaden.
Because it doesn't have the S at the beginning.
Because it doesn't have an S
It has
at the
sing-
beginning?
Because
What do you
it's
mean?
singular.
At the end. Brody, do you have something to add on?
Because it's singular.
Because it's singular. So whenever we have a singular noun, we want that S apostrophe. What if it was plural? What if I said the leprechaun's hats?
Well, then the
Raise your hand.
S apostrophe.
Are you raising your hand, Nina? No? What about you, May? What do you think?
Two things. The singular is supposed to be apostrophe S.
Oh.
Yeah. And plural. Because I was a bit confused. Like, what?
Why is it S apostrophe?
Because there's already an S at the end to show that it's plural. So you can be apostrophe.
Awesome. All right. So, taking what we just thought about, is everyone ready?
yeah.
What? That's what I didn't say the word. I didn't say the word.
You can trick us by saying a different word.
And shut up.
This game is fun. This guy's look at I think the back. Go. That's cute.
Come on, what do you got? Let me see your board.
That is the power.
All right, so I'm seeing almost everyone has an apostrophe S. Tell me why. Why did we choose leprechauns with an apostrophe S? Quinn is raising her hand so nicely.
Because he owns it and
What does he own?
he owns the hat and
Mhm.
because he's a singular.
Say it again.
Because he's singular. Because it's singular and he owns the hat.
So the noun, the hat, is singular, right? We only have one hat.
And he's
And we know that when we have a singular noun, we use what?
apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, let's try another one. Erase your board.
I already erased it.
All right, who wants to help me read the sentence? You can read it with boys. Alex?
Oh.
I forgot the word the in that sentence.
Blank.
Say the blank.
The blank cover clover had 4 leaves. He decided it was his lucky charm.
All right,
Lucky charm.
so, his lucky charm. You know, like when you have a lucky charm, you keep it. Some people-
cereal too.
Okay, I got it.
It is a cereal, too. That's a good point. So,
Lucky Charms.
for your noun,
It's a
decide
cereal.
if it's singular or plural.
It's a cereal.
And write it on your whiteboard. Your eyes are on me when you're done writing.
I think we want to do it. Okay, here we go.
A couple friends are waiting on.
I'm looking at you.
Eyes are on me when you're done. Oh, don't show me yet. Wait for my words.
Showdown.
Annabelle?
Vote.
See it. I said
All right, and shut up.
Why is you so big, Austin?
This?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, I see some mixed answers. Those of you who chose this answer, can someone explain?
I can't see it.
Addison. Put your voice down now.
I chose it.
You chose the other one? Did somebody? Emerson, did you choose the S apostrophe?
Yes.
Can you tell me why?
Because he is not owning something.
He's not owning
He
something.
owns the clover.
He owns the clover.
He's
Whose
single.
clover is it?
The
The boys. All right. So who can tell me more? Who chose this answer? Okay. Carter, do you want to explain why? Because he owns it, so we know that a possessive noun is always going to tell us, but why? So he owns it. What else? We know that either way the boy owns the clover, right? But why did I put the apostrophe here versus here?
Because it's
Raise
singular.
your hand, Hayden.
Because it's singular because it's not talking about boys.
It's not talking about boys and what? Our noun.
It's just
Clover
one
is
clover.
Hmm?
It's just one clover.
It's one clover. So our noun
With four
is
leaves.
singular, right? We've got a singular noun, so we know that our apostrophe is going to
I know
go
what it
before
is.
the S. Apostrophe S. Yep, you can erase.
Right here.
I'm gonna keep going.
Boys.
Well, why don't you erase it, because then I will see. There you go.
You hate boys?
Bubble upper. Okay, I'll be active.
I want to read it.
All right.
Let
Let's
the
read it.
birthday boy do that.
May, would you like to read our sentence?
The blank chairs were covered in green slime when they arrived at the school.
Must have been those sneaky leprechauns. So the students' chairs. So think about your noun. Is it singular or plural? And based on what you think, are we going to use apostrophe S or an S apostrophe? Words? Not yet. I want to hear that word. And those sneaky leprechauns. They were teeny?
I wonder what's gonna happen when I get home with the leprechauns.
I imagine that's
Maybe outside,
what I was
I don't
getting
know.
at. They leave green glitter over mine. All right, I'm seeing almost everyone done. So, shut up. Oh, it's okay, Emerson. Finish writing. You're fine. I'll wait for you.
Oh, wait.
I can't see your board.
I accidentally wrote too big.
We're waiting for you,
I
Emerson.
wrote so big. Look at mine. I put some in the decorations around it.
Oh my God. All right, again, I'm seeing some mixed things. Emerson, did you want to show me yours?
It's not that clean.
All right, put your boards down. Quinn, what did you have written down?
I did the S apostrophe.
This one?
Yeah, because they're not owning the leprechaun, and there's not just one student.
So careful, friends.
Or chairs.
Whenever we have a possessive noun, it is going to be talking about ownership. So here we've got students, okay? So we have these students, and whoops,
I didn't see.
what are the students owning?
The
What
chairs.
belongs to the
The
students?
slimes, the chairs,
What?
the chairs.
The
Does
chairs.
it say that the students own the slime?
No.
What does it say about the slime? The slime is on the chair, right? What does it say belongs to the students? What's theirs?
The chairs.
The chair,
This is
right? So you can think of possessive nouns. So remember when we looked at adjectives? Remember how adjectives describe something?
Yeah.
So you can kind of look at a possessive noun as describing what belongs to it. So if we know that the chairs belong to the students the possessive noun is gonna describe who are, how am I saying that? The possessive noun is gonna say who it belongs to, okay? And then you're gonna look at who or what belongs, I'm not describing that right, sorry, forget about that. We know that we have these chairs, and we know that they belong to the students. So when we look, once we identify what belongs to our students, we want to look at whether it's singular or plural. How do we know the difference between singular and plural? What's the easiest thing we can look for? Hayden?
The next one. The next word.
The next word, or I'm thinking about in this word. What's on the end? How do we think plural? S, right? A lot of the times our plural words are going to have S's on them. So are our possessives, which is why yesterday we talked about the difference between our plurals and possessives. So we have to be really careful when we're reading our sentences to look at if our noun is plural. So for this one, Quinn, you chose this because what was plural? Chairs, right? So we have multiple chairs, which means our students, we know that we have the students' chairs, we're going to have more than one. So we're going to choose the plural form. That's going to be our S apostrophe. Now how could I change this word to use students? The apostrophe S.
Delete the S.
Delete the S on what?
Chair.
On chairs, because then it would be what? Singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. And we always use our apostrophe S for singular. Right? Yes, Austin.
Is that the students? No, are those the students' feet?
Whose feet would it be? It would be a leprechaun's feet.
No, the
Aiden, do you have a
that
question?
one, the top. Not really. But now I'm trying to confuse if we include the S from the chairs, use that one, it will only be one chair. The student's chair will cover it in one. It will only be one.
It would only be one student. You're right, because then our noun is singular. So we know that we would need to use the singular form of the possessive noun, which would be our apostrophe S. So we're going to try another one. So erase your boards.
Already did.
I want to read this one.
The tail says that
Austin, I didn't call you. Addison?
the tail says that the blank pot of gold is at the end of the branch. More leprechauns.
So look for your noun. What do we own?
S apostrophe.
Is it singular or plural?
Face the toenails.
That's kind of funny because I just filled in the design on my whiteboard for leprechauns to
You predicted the word.
That's for Adrian.
Damon, are you writing something on your board for me? Did you write one of these two words? Yeah? Okay, you gotta be ready to show me.
I'm looking.
I'm waiting for eyes on me when you're done.
I'm looking at you.
Shut up.
Oh, so your two friends writing.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right. Are you ready?
No. No.
No? Okay.
Do something to try and trick us.
Why you guys? What about me?
Oh, Hannibal, keep it down. You're writing the word and you're putting the apostrophe where you think it needs to go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Annabelle, are you ready?
No.
Austin? All right.
Three.
And shut down. All right, boards down. Brody, what did you have written down? Which word did you choose? The plural form, so what does that look like? What?
He meant the singular. He meant the singular.
The competition works in the S, because the leprechaun owns the pot.
We're listening to
The
Brody.
leprechaun owns the pot of gold.
The pot of gold. So he's saying that the leprechaun owns the pot of gold. So is our noun singular or plural?
Singular.
What is our noun?
Leprechaun.
Pot, right? We have one pot.
Of gold.
So if we know it's singular, what form are we going to use?
No, it's actually not gold. It's just like chocolate.
If it's singular, what form are we going to use? What word? Hayden?
If it's singular, you're gonna use the leprechaun with the apostrophe.
With the apostrophe S. So yes, Brody, you were right. And what if I changed it to the tale says that the leprechaun's pots of gold?
Then it would be plural.
Then it would be plural. So then we would use the, not apostrophe S, Emerson, which one? If it's plural. Can you tell me? Apostrophe S or S apostrophe? That one, so the S apostrophe. Awesome. All right. This is our last one, so erase your boards.
I did.
Emerson, do you want to read this one for us? Go ahead.
The blank gold coins were overflowing from the hat. Okay, that's really good.
Oh
Those
man.
gold coins were overflowing from the hat. Careful on this one.
They never come back. It's owning something.
It's always going to own something. Mm-hmm.
This one's gonna be
The girls
hard.
own.
Did you actually ever do a cat bill?
Oh, the girls owned it, not just that. Not just one person. The girls find a pool.
That would be surprising.
Emerson, you gotta write quicker than that.
Oh, it's tricky.
Mhm.
She's writing both. This one's tricky because it could be either. I know which one it is. It's an easy one.
Hmm? Where's your apostrophe in there? Can you write it more clearly so I can see? All right. Are you ready?
No. Yes.
2, 1,
And shut up.
Mixes. Ready, mixed again.
Yep. All right, board down. So the girls' gold coins were overflowing from the hat. What is my noun? What do they own? Annabelle.
The
The what?
They own the gold coins.
They own the gold coins. So they own the coins, right? We've got an adjective describing our coins. They're gold. So they own the coins. Is coins singular or plural? Plural, because there's multiple of them, right? I don't just have one coin. I have a bunch of coins. Look at all those coins. So if I know that my noun is plural, what form am I going to use?
The first one.
The first.
The first one?
The
First.
No, second. The first.
Why am I going to use the first one? Austin.
Because coins is not singular.
Mm-hmm. And when we have a plural noun, what do we use? S, S apostrophe. All right. So
No, I did not change it.
we're gonna do a couple more examples, but I'm gonna have you help me. So I'm gonna need a volunteer. Let's have Quinn come on up. So erase your board. All right, Quinn, turn around. Nope, this way. You got it right. So Quinn's got a lot of different decorations on her body today for St. Patrick's Day now, don't you? So Quinn, pick something that you own on yourself. What do you own? Your headband. Okay. So Quinn has a headband. I would like you to write on your board. How would we write as a possessive noun Quinn's headband?
So would you like us to write Quinn as
Yep. So I want you to write Quinn. Quinn's headband.
Do you want us to write headband?
Yep. I'm gonna write it up here too in case you need help with spelling.
Do we gotta copy that or we gotta write a sentence?
You're gonna copy it, and I want you to put the comma in the correct place. Quinn's headband. Apostrophe. Thank you.
And Quinn's name, right?
You tell me. Quinn's headband. How can I show that Quinn? Put your board down. How can I show that Quinn owns the headband?
What? Is the owns like, is the owns, I don't know. Both of them?
You need the apostrophe. You tell me. So remember, when we have a singular noun, we use apostrophe S. And when it's plural, we use S apostrophe. So look at your noun and decide, is it singular or plural? And then what do you need to do to the person who owns it? When you're ready, your eyes are on me. All right, Quinn, do you want to say our special word?
Showdown.
Showdown.
I can't.
All right, Quinn, look with me.
And say what is right.
Hmm?
Like the
All right,
thing
awesome.
like
Quinn, you can go ahead and it down for me. So, put your boards down. I saw some of you had this on your board. Tell me why we wouldn't want to write that, Hayden? I didn't say it. But what did you say, Addison? She doesn't have more than one headband, right? Remember, so the headband is our noun. And we're always going to add our S apostrophe or our apostrophe S onto the thing that owns it, right? So it's Quinn's headband. Quinn owns her headband. Headband is the thing that she owns, the person, place, or thing that she owns. And so we're always going to add our apostrophe or S apostrophe onto the person who owns it. So, if it's Quinn's headband, where do I need to put my apostrophe? And or my S? Annabelle?
Before the S.
Before the S. Why?
Because there's only one Quinn.
There's only one Quinn, but when do we write apostrophe S? Not when there's only one Quinn.
Singular.
There's one headband. There's one
There's
headband.
one headband. Awesome.
You may.
Alright, we're gonna try another one.
And who's coming up?
Damon, you wanna come help me? You wanna help me? You wanna come stand up in the front of the room? You be my volunteer? Come and stand up here, Damon.
Come on, Damon.
Alright, Damon, stand right here. So Damon, pick an article on you that you own. What do you own? What do you want to talk about? What do you want them to describe? To tell about that you own. Your pants? So, your pants are great. So Damon's choosing his pants. Damon owns his pants. So, I want you to write
Damon's pants.
how we would write Damon's.
That's not how you spell Damon.
How do you spell it?
You gotta spell it with O. M-O-N.
Be careful on this.
I kind of thought that was.
Think about it. Is your noun singular or plural?
Why did you add an S?
Why'd you write them on pants?
That doesn't make sense.
Damon's pants.
But there isn't more than one Damon. Two does.
Yeah, so this is
You want to say it?
Oh, man.
Hold on. Waiting for our turns. Alright,
You
Damon, do you want to say a
told
special
the
word?
answer.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
Do you want to
did.
say a special word? You go ahead
I
and
know.
show them.
Hold on. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I just really just asked for
And shut up.
can't see. Okay.
Go ahead and tell them. Go ahead, tell them, Damon.
Shut up.
My hands are weird.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear it.
Alright, board down. So am I going to be adding an apostrophe to Damon or to pants?
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on, pants.
Why
No.
would I add it to Damon?
Because
Because the person
one is
is
owning something. One is not being
Because Damon owns something. He's the person, he's doing the ownership, right? It belongs to him. So, if we know that we're going to add it to Damon, where are we going to put it? Before or after the S? Maddie?
Before. I was confused on this one, and I put it after the S, but then I realized that he's only wearing one set of pants,
Mm-hmm.
so it will be before the S.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you wear
Sometimes
two
that
set
can be
of pants?
confusing because we
Oh,
could have
yeah,
said
you can wear
the
two
boys'
sets.
pants, right?
No.
And then where would we have put it?
After.
After, because we know that there's multiple boys. So sometimes that's why you you really have to think about your sentence. You have to look and see, are there more than one of what they own? So with Damon, we know that he only had one pair of pants, right? But we wrote it because we wouldn't say Damon pants, right? That wouldn't make any sense. We don't say that, so we have to say pants. So you really have to think about what you're owning. So we're gonna try one more, maybe one more volunteer. Addison will use you. You've got a lot of things on today that we can talk about. What would you like to choose? Your glasses. Awesome. All right.
Addie's glasses. Addie's glasses.
Can we do Addie?
You want to do Addie or Addison?
Addie. 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 Addie is. Addie?
Just with an eye, no T.
No, it was what?
There's no So be careful again. What does Addie own? Is it singular or plural? And where do we need to put our apostrophe?
Oh my gosh, all of these are singular.
Three,
Oh, hold on.
two,
Addison.
one.
We're waiting for our friends. Izzy, you got something on your board?
Here.
Annabelle, you got something on your board? Got an apostrophe in there? Alright, Addison, when you see your friends are ready, you can go ahead and say our word. Perfect. Go ahead. Izzy, I don't see an apostrophe in yours. Right, Addison, you're good to sit down, thank you. So, I saw our apostrophe here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Why?
Because there's only one Addie.
There's only one Addie, but remember, we're
And there's one
looking at
glasses.
them
There's
now.
one glasses.
What they
One
own.
pair of
Hayden?
glasses.
Friends, we're listening to this. Oh, hold on. We're gonna wait for our friends to be ready. You sitting in your seat, facing forward, and we're paying attention to what you're saying. Go ahead.
Addie's glass,
Mm-hmm.
Addie's glass, then that would make no sense. Then we should just have glass.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about glasses.
We're talking about glasses. How many pairs of glasses does she have? One.
It is a
We know that Addie owns them, so we know that it's what? Singular or plural? Alex?
That wasn't.
Do you have a question or do you want to share something?
No, I'm stretching.
Stretching. Okay, Maddie?
It'd be singular, but also if you had pairs of glasses, then there'd be two. If you just had a pair,
Mm-hmm. Got it. So again, it's thinking about what our noun is. Is it singular or plural? And deciding what we need to add to the person who owns it. Annabelle, do you have something to say? Question? You're stretching? Okay. So friends, please erase your whiteboards, put them back on the side of your desk, put your marker away. Another talker. Do you have a question?
No, but I got like one there. I got one.
You got what? Yeah. You got for the glasses one? In the second class? Oh, you have a plural one. Okay, well you're gonna have lots of practice at the station, so you'll be able to show me your skills then. I'm sorry. Yes.
Is my desk empty?
So while you're taking the test, Austin, I need you to be erasing and putting that away. You need to have a highlighter, a pencil, and you should have a green packet next to your desk that says possessive practice. So I want all four of those things on your desk. Highlighter and packet, great. orange.
What's blue?
2 is going to be back there in the corner by Alex, that's the blue. 3 is on the back table, that's green. And 4 is going to be up here.
Oh, the station's right here.
So, you've got this packet. On the front of this packet, you've got a nice little chart that can help you while you're working through these stations. So it says, it has you first identify, is the noun singular? And then it tells you, if it's singular, you're gonna add what? What does it say? Look at your packet. What does it say? An apostrophe S. If it's not singular, what is it?
There's an
If it's not singular, it's
plural.
plural. It's plural. So we know if it's plural, then does it end in an S?
No.
If it does, we're gonna add what? What does it say on your packet? Look at your packet. Add an apostrophe. If it doesn't end in an S, add an apostrophe S. So remember, when we were looking at those examples, think back to them. We're really looking at the sentences. So, we've got station 1, which is the orange over there. So you're going to be building and writing possessive nouns. So I've got a little baggie of cards, and what you're going to do is you're going to have some words in here, and then you're going to have, come on, friends, we should be sitting in our seats. I'm explaining directions for stations.
I accidentally got 2 of the packets, so I didn't.
Okay, you don't need that right now. You just need to be listening to me though.
I think I'll go back.
So for station 1, which is over here, I've got some cards in here that have words on them. What you're going to do is you've got a word card, and then you've got cards with apostrophes and cards with some S's. So you're going to be building possessive nouns, possessive words, using these cards. So for example, it says house. So you're going to build sentences using these cards, and you're going to match whether they need an apostrophe S or an S based on how you structured them. In your packet, if you flip open to the first page, you've got a space to write those. I'm going to leave these instructions up on the board, so if you need to reference what you're supposed to do, you've got them in your packet and on your board. So once you've created some of those nouns, you're going to use at least 3 of them, and you're going to write 3 different sentences using those nouns, making sure that if we're using singular nouns, we're using that apostrophe S. If we've got plural nouns, we're using that S apostrophe or apostrophe. Question.
Will we go to all the stations?
We're going to try. We'll see how many we can get through Austin quick. That's the space that you can write your nouns in. So as you're creating them, I want you to write them down, because then you're going to use them and write sentences. Brody, you have a question?
Can I use the bathroom quick, please?
When I'm done explaining directions. Hold it. Thank you. Maddie?
Can you put the sentences, like make the sentences and then pick which ones you want to make?
You can try. You can see what you can make with these. Yeah, but the point is to really use like the words that you're making, and then you can fill in the sentence like you want. So let's say you had house. You could use the word Maddie's houses are the color blue or are in the woods. You can finish up the sentence that you want. So then for station 2, which is in the back, you're gonna have a deck of cards.
Right here.
And they're colored red and blue. So the blue ones are sentence cards, and the red ones are words. And so what you're going to do is kind of like a matching game. So one partner, and you'll be in groups of 4, so you can do this in pairs of 2. You can split these in half. One partner is going to read the sentence, and then the other partner is going to look through the red cards and find the correct possessive noun that goes along with the sentence. So you're going to have, so like for example, it says the shoes laces were untied, so the possessive noun is going to be underlined, and you're going to have 2 options in your red cards. You need to choose the correct option, okay? Station number 3, if you flip in your packet, station number 3, you've got a passage there. Right there.
What's the
You've got a little,
I did.
Danon, you should have your packet open. It's on the floor down there, you gotta pick it up. So you've got a story that you're gonna read, and what it wants you to do is to highlight the singular and plural possessives. Once you do that, once you read over it and highlight, there's a chart on the next page. So if you flip the page, everybody flip the page. Austin. Everybody flip the page. See that chart? You're gonna write the words that you highlighted in there and you're gonna sort them. Are they singular or are they plural? Yes.
How about this? Why would you travel to Alexis?
That's not important. You can read that later. All right. The last station, station number 4, which is going to be up here. Station number 3, you're going to be on the back table. Station number 4, you're going to play a little board game called Sea of Possessive Nouns. So you've got your board game. I'm going to give you some markers. And you've got all of these different cards. And so you're going to take turns. And you're going to flip the marker. And once you flip that, your partner and you are going to take turns again. You can play in groups of 4. You're going to be in stations of 4. And what you're going to do is you're going to have to spell the possessive form of the noun. So you're going to tell your partner, you're going to spell it out for them using that apostrophe S or the S based on the word. And if you get it right, you'll move ahead a certain number of spaces. And if you get it wrong, you'll have to go and move on to the next player. Questions?
No.
Jody?
Can I go to the bathroom now?
Yes, you can go to the bathroom. Annabelle?
In station 4, when do you get another turn if you get
Do you get another turn? What?
if you get to move?
If you get to move, nope, you just go once and then you let the next player go.
Okay.
So if it comes around to you again, you'll get another turn. Maybe you have a question?
So hold a card and then the card with letters and
So you're gonna have, once you get to the station, so the cards are gonna look like this, and it's gonna ask you to spell the possessive form of that. So we know it's sun, so how could I say May's sun? You got it. Who else had a hand up?
Nope.
Maddie, did you? Annabelle?
I had a hand up.
So can how do you win in station 4?
It's whoever gets to the end of the board game first. Alex, last question.
So like there's like a last page on this packet and it's just
We're gonna come back to that. Yep, so we'll come back to that. Don't worry about the last page for now, we'll revisit that at the end of class. So, at station 1 is going to be May, Quinn, Damon, and Alex.
Oh, we're going in our science groups?
Yeah. You're over by the orange sign at station 1. I'm gonna come pass out these. Station 2 is gonna be Annabelle, Addison, Maddie, and Keith here at the very back. Station 3, Aubrey, Emerson, Carter, and Austin. And lastly, station 4, you're up here.
Hey. Huh? Staring at us. What's staring at us?
Yeah, so you're gonna build your building. Shuffle them, yep, and then you
Guys,
guys
just-
play.
let's just ignore
Face
it.
down if you want.
I want you guys to like move, okay? And I'll move it.
So you can roll the dice instead of the coin. And then for your group, you're on your part. So if you want to, you can either take turns and work together, or you can split the cards in half. So like, for example, you can take half of the red, and you can take, oh, you only have 3. Just kidding. You have 4? Who's your 4th? Oh, there she is. So you can go ahead and work in pairs, or you can work as 4 and take turns. Okay? I'd like you to work with a partner because you need a partner because someone's going to read the sentence and then someone's going to, your partner is going to tell you which card is correct. Okay? Okay? Got apple.
Okay, now it hurts so much.
So B is what? B is singular or plural? B. Singular.
Inside.
So how would I show that that's a possessive noun? What would I do?
By putting the
Singular.
thing inside.
The thing, what do we call that thing? What was our book yesterday? The greedy apostrophe.
Are we supposed to know if it's plural or
Because it tells, well, what is that? Look at that word. It's singular. Plural. Singular. So does that answer your questions? You're going to have mixed words. For example, friend, is that singular or plural?
plural?
So how would you show that that's a plural possessive?
This. Oh, it's inside.
So you can match the cards. So you've got apostrophes and then you've got cards with apostrophe S's. So you can build them out here and then write them on your paper.
I think he got it. No, it's in you were. Oh, I thought they were. They're all around.
Yep, so you should be using them.
I'll leave it. Mommy.
So you should be using
Okay, we have to build them, people.
No, we have to build it.
No, we have to build it because we jump. But we don't have enough lights for every single one. Okay, my favorite apple off the board. There's not enough for every single one. Okay, now let's turn to the next page, which is we highlight. Okay, so let's get our highlighter.
like a passenger on a plane. Like a person on a plane. So if it's singular, how are you?
So our text, I think that goes into the singular because there's an apostrophe.
Write that down here.
Do you guys agree? Yeah.
Line here and tell her if you got it right.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Did you get it right?
T-I-C.
You get to move forward.
Okay, and ships I think should go in plural. Oh wait, you guys got it?
So you're at sticky.
And ships, I think ships should go in plural because it's apostrophe S. I disagree. No, I meant this one. I meant singular. Yeah, I agree.
You should be writing the word.
So what? Okay. Let's let Zach do something.
It shifts in singular.
Well, the other kids in my group think it's that you take the word and then you put that instead of the other like possessive.
Now they
Walrus? A walrus I think has an S, but it's not big.
So what are you going to do?
Oh,
So yep, so here you've got a sentence, right? So we have the school's basketball teams played against each other. So we underline the possessive noun. And now you're going to decide whether you should have two cards that say schools. Where are the rest of your red cards? Can I see those again? So you've got two different cards that say schools. So, depending on the sentence, which one are you going to use? Why?
because there's only one school.
The school's best. Careful. What
No,
are the
because they're going against each other, so there have to be more than
So where's our noun? So the schools are what's doing the owning. What do they own?
the team.
The teams. Is teams singular or plural? Plural. So what form do we need to use? Where does our apostrophe go?
At the end.
At the end, because it's plural, okay? So once you're done with that one, so you use this, so put that card aside, the red one. So now you're gonna do the same thing. So you're gonna pick your blue card, which is why I said you could work in pairs if you wanted, or you can work as a group. You're gonna pick your blue card, the card's envelopes all said to Sally, and then you're gonna find the red cards that correspond with the underlined word and decide based on your noun, is it plural singular? Okay, do we all understand that? Yeah? Okay, awesome. What's up, Meg? Can I what? You can write sentences if you want. You can
Oh, since we already know that, we should just
You have to write
Daddy. Ow. Oh, it's a dice. Right there. I think it's singular. I went to the and your kids all Wait, that was what you want. Take it two. Okay, my turn. Now what time? Oh, I know. Come on.
How are we doing?
What number? One. I was thinking
So what would you do if it's singular, Izzy? What would you do if it's singular? What would you add to the word fish? Where would your apostrophe go? And would you add an S? So it would be fish with apostrophe S. So friends, make sure you're writing these down in the space below too, okay? So you can write it and then Brody, you can look at the word and tell if it's correct. I appreciate you just voicing it, but make sure we're getting that writing there too.
That's called it. I went to the Antarctic and saw oceans. Okay, this one. Okay, can I go?
This one right here.
Oh, hi.
I know, I'm gonna write it on this.
What
What words?
Oh, books, okay. The library has books.
The library don't have books. They have Minecraft books.
Hey.
Ooh.
Are you supposed to say I love books?
Oh, Cyrus.
It's Chris.
Oh, Chris Barrow.
Sure. No, it's Trich.
Church.
We finished. My dad's name used to be Christopher, and his name started with it.
Oh, so that means his name is
She's spinning. No, she's spinning. She's spinning all of us.
That doesn't make sense.
Spinning everyone. How can you talk without hearing yourself?
Right.
Have you swallowed it? We're not focusing on that. The worker's job was to fix the car. So what are the workers So what is it that what belongs to them? What belongs to the workers? Their job. So is job singular or plural?
Singular. So
Which one would you choose? Which card? For
This
singular?
one's singular.
Careful.
This one.
Why, Annabelle?
Because it's only one worker. Oh
We
yeah,
do-
it's only one job.
So when it's singular, what do we use?
The thing before.
What
We
do
use
we
the
use?
apostrophe before that.
The apostrophe before the S. You got it. Yep. You can use that front sheet of your packet if you get lost, and it'll guide you. So, Ekin, do you want to write down our sentence?
So the worker's job.
Maybe if you put the card up here, it would be better for you all to read it. So here, that goes. There you go. Because then everybody can see.
All right, friends. Stop what you're doing. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Stop what you're doing. We're gonna go ahead and switch, and do we have time for another? A short?
Short, or it depends if you have something else for them to do.
to wrap up.
We're gonna go ahead.
Because we can always do learning logs too.
We're gonna go ahead and stop what we're doing. You're gonna clean up your station. So if you had a baggie, put your cards back in your baggie. Back table, you're good. And then I'd like you to go back to your desk. Not yet. We're not doing our learning logs yet. We're gonna do one. You're gonna hold on. Nope, keep your packet on your desk. We're gonna do something in it. This is the very back page. Tina, is that your packet? So go back to your desk and flip to the last page. It should say exit ticket at the top. I want you to take the last 7-ish minutes and work on completing this page. We're working on the exit ticket. It's the final page in your packet. Circle it if you want, okay? Remember what we were doing in the beginning of class? You can use, yeah, whatever you want. You can use some in the class. Yep, just you for number 3, you only have to write 1 sentence.
You can write 3 if you want.
Yep. When you're done, you can put them in the tray at the front of the room. So I want you to circle the possessive nouns in this sentence. You don't see any? So the possessive noun describes who or what. What's up now? When they're done with the when you're done, you can get out your When you're done, put it in the tray on Miss Robles' desk. You can't think of a sentence. Use yourself. You can do it. I believe in you. We're doing about Brody. There's lots more.
But if you want to make,
We used you as an example in the beginning of class.
I'll bring my pencil.
Remember? What did we write about in the beginning of class?
to the bathroom.
Use this one, and then you can go ahead and turn it in.
Mr. Toffee. My name's still on the board.
Yeah, my friends, I forgot to change the date at the top, it should be 3-17.
Okay.
The rest of it would be right though. There's a basket of like, not basket, bit of extra material around the side, you can put it in there.
Okay, problem.
Also, tell me it was the last night from today. It was last night from today.
Your sentences, or it happened recently?
Not really different, but my watch was
You wanna write something about me? Is there a possessive noun in there? Think about the activities that we did in class and that you can use to form a sentence with possessive noun. Thanks again, you can go